Hiya, and welcome back to Password, the game that teaches us that there are way too many passwords to keep count of and we keep losing track of them. By that I mean, I keep losing track of them because I don't... Sorry, Dean, but it's Haas's turn to be on the title screen. It is. So anyways, let's just hop right in. We have so many saves. Bye, Dean. Hi, Haas. Haas and I got on well enough, and every memory I had of him from hanging out in the anime club was a good one. Well, most anyway. Yeah. If this was going to be a fun activity, Haas was a solid pick. Wait a minute. His face change? It doesn't. Haas was a solid pick. Plus, the longer I thought about it, I could really afford to know Haas better. I don't know how much his knowledge of horoscopes could come in handy here, but maybe it could. It'll help give us an edge. Choose Haas? Yes. I pick Haas. Me? Well, alright. Where does that leave everyone else, though? I'll partner with Orlando. Me? Well, alright. Easy done. Orlando started to rile himself up, leaving Sal looking a little confused. That said, it seemed as though their team was set. Then there were 3 left.
What about you and me, Dean?
Me? Well, alright, that works. I didn't want to look at him, but out of the corner of my eye, I could see Tyson sulking. Maybe it was for the best that he'd already said he wasn't all that interested in playing. Mr. Meow Meow. Ready, partner? I think so. How should we tackle this? Thankfully, we're in luck. Hiya. I stumbled across an article recently that explained maze design. Using a few tips from that, we should reach the middle in no time. And we're for sure heading to the middle. Why not? Only one place to end up if you enter a maze, isn't there? I guess so. Well, no time like the present. Couldn't agree more. Just stick behind me and we'll be there in no time. Haas took off at a jog with me close behind. Each turn he seemed to take was made as if he knew the layout of the maze already. Still password. I think this is part 60. I can't remember. It was reassuring to say the least, but after a while it seemed like we weren't making any progress. And it was a little while after that I realized there was a pattern to all of Haas's turns. Wait, Haas! Hold on! Panting, I tried to catch my breath, supporting myself on my knees as Haas wandered over. I got to the point of being able to form sentences again before continuing. I just realized. We were always turning left. Why? By comparison, Haas seemed to be breathing heavier, but nowhere near as puffed as I was. Of course we're always turning left. That's the strategy. Really? Just go left? Well, more accurately, we stick to the left wall. No, but wait, that just works? Yep, that's all there is to it. But it seems like we've been running for ages. We haven't even run into anyone else yet. You do raise a good point. I'm certain I'm doing this correctly, though. That's NASCAR. But are you sure that the trick actually works? Wouldn't be the first time false info's been passed on to the gullible public. Is that a Jeff Dunham reference, Amethyst? I pulled my gaze slowly from Haas to look at the ground, not wanting to say it. Oh. Yeah. Ah, shit. Computer slowed for a second. Yeah. There's another thing that could be going wrong. Sometimes this trick doesn't work if they have separate walls from the internal maze part. Mind waiting here while I go test that? If I've been duped, I'll end up right back here. Stay or follow. Well, it looks like stream's still up. Okay. Sure, I'm still catching my breath anyway, so I'll just rest here until you reappear. If I reappear, don't worry, I'll come back for you if I reach the end. Be right back. It's a mixture of people. Seemingly still raring to go, Haas left at a jog down the next left turn. I waited, taking a seat on the ground while I listened to Dean wailing about not being able to find anyone. Minutes ticked by before, sure enough. Oh! Well, damn. Guess I was duped. At least we're not the only ones struggling. As if to emphasize my point, Dean called out again, looking for help. Not wrong there. I was about to give him some advice on how to solve it, but I guess my sources were off. Wait, now that I think about it, did we take a right turn at some point? If we were only taking left turns, how are we now stuck in a loop without returning to the beginning? Yeah, the first turn you take is opposite to the wall you're following, apparently. So right as we entered, we turned right and then followed the left wall until, well, we got here. So, how do we get out then? Not sure, really. Guess nothing to it aside from just heading back and hoping for the best. I'm sure I'll see something that vaguely looks familiar and know where to turn right again. So we started walking back. Along the way, we ran into Sal, who had apparently been leaving himself a trail. Oh, god damn it! God damn it! Sal over here got the Hansel and Gretel strategy of following a trail of breadcrumbs. So we started walking back. Along the way, we ran into Sal, who had apparently been leaving himself a trail to follow back to the entrance, and together we left the maze. That was beautiful. Wait, what's that? Do we want Roswell to join us? Do we want the bacon to join us? Leaving a trail of breadcrumbs. fucking, what you call it? Password, shit, fuck, password, fuck. Eat the breadcrumb trail, Hansel and Gretel style. I'm gonna try Discovery. Yep. Not really, just spent the afternoon taking a nap. If you're not careful, you're going to get fat all that lounging around. Hey! I did physical stuff today. We went in the maze. We did, but you didn't run the whole maze, did ya? If I'd known you were slacking off, I'd have told you to go swimming with Sal, or at the very least do stretches with me. Stretches, huh? Oh yes. I don't think you'd be game for the more intimate form of stretching without some, preparation. So, actual exercise, buddy. Can't have my partner become a couch potato now. Hiya. Okay, I'll try and do better. Damn, Hoss, that's shitty. Hoss, you're an asshole. Hi, Bacon. What does Roswell need? Hang on. Do we want to give him medicine or tea? Tea. If your cough is that bad, tea might help your throat recover, right? Just what I was thinking. It's one thing coffee won't do for you. I think medicine might be a better choice here, don't you think? Give him some dang milk. Oh no. Why not both? Okay, Bacon. So, now that we've found him, what now? What do you mean? Well, did you have anything planned for the day? Anything you want to do? You could spend the day scouring for clues on the next medallion if you want to get a leg up on the scavenger hunt. Or just spend the day watching TV like old times. Why am I making him sound high? Without waiting for an answer, Haas took me by the arm and dragged me out into the foyer. Jeez, what's gone into TV? Not like doing yoga? Oh no. Not after finding what they've got in the rec room. Do I want to know? Alright, pull up a beanbag and I'll load up what we're going to watch. Though I guess I should ask if you have any requests, yeah? What are we watching? Movie or you can pick? I think we already know what we're watching. I'll be right back. I don't know, why are you making me sound high? I don't know. Obviously, we're going to be watching anime, but what anime? I'm scared. Yeah, there is a Discord server. You can join it. It should be in the description of the stream. Just in the links. Should be in the links down where like the profile is below the stream. So the Discord should be there, but no. What anime are we watching? Can we watch a shonen anime? Like Naruto? Chainsaw Man? Jujutsu Sailor Moon? Oh, I actually request that we watch Dame How Touge. I fucking love that anime. It's a magical girl anime about a girl, like... I watched this years ago and I rewatched it not too long ago. It's essentially like this magical girl. She comes down from the magical world and brutally murders people. Madoka Magica. It's not Madoka Magica. But no. You know what? Let's just, what are we watching? I have no idea what you're going to put on. None at all? Come on, you can do better than that, surely. Your audition tape, that one commercial you were in, I have no idea. Tokyo. Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. If you could get into it, Dragon Ball GT, even though it's non-canon now, because Dragon Ball Super is a thing that exists. I haven't seen Blue Lock. I've heard good things about it, but I haven't seen Blue Lock. The football anime, haven't heard about that one. Fucking Way of the House Husband, I don't fucking know. High School of the Dead, I don't know. But no. For last choice, yeah, let's go with the last choice. Well, aren't you being Mr. Killjoy today? Hey, could be literally anything from an action movie to a children's cartoon. Okay, fair. I dropped the beanbags in front of the screen and sat down. Almost seemed like Haas was dancing with joy from how his hips were swaying in front of the DVD player. Oh god, he's shaking his ass. Alright, this is going to be sweet! Well, alright, but what is this? As the DVD booted up, a very familiar fanfare played along with sudden displays of color. Oh no! Oh yes! What he'd managed to find was what could only be described as Haas's favorite show to my understanding. Now could you not like shows like this? The whole Sentai genre is awesome! What the fuck is Sentai? What the fuck is Sentai? What the fuck is Sentai? I'm Googling that. I'm Googling that. I don't think it's hentai. Sentai anime meaning. Oh, it's a task force. It's a task force. Like fucking... Oh, what's that one show that you were talking about a few months ago, Amethyst? I think it was, NYPD, LAPD, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What was that one show? Haas's Boomer is showing. But no. What show was it? NCIS. Yeah, it's like that or Law and Order, but Japanese. I think. I don't fucking know. Sentai genre is awesome. Seeing Haas giddy with excitement reminded me of the first day we met. To be honest, he sort of appeared out of nowhere. You. Huh? Civilian. Me? Don't worry, we're here to help. Which one? Why does he look angry? Why are you angry? Okay, let's play along. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't shown up. Never fear. Those evil slimes are no match for me. Slimes? I love this entire situation. This is shit that I do. Is there anything we can do about the slimes? I'm afraid not, civilian. Quick, we must move to a more strategic location. Follow me. It was so left field that I was taken by the hand and guided inside the school. As we got inside, the lion made a show of closing the door behind us, checking if the coast was clear before chuckling to himself. Ah, that was some solid improv work. Excuse me? I must have got you by surprise with that, huh? Not every day gets swept up by a local superhero. You can't be serious. Oh, I'm no superhero, but I do pass for one if we're going by TV standards. It's us, by the way. Us Warner. Oh, Dave. Are you new or something like that? Started at the start of the year, transferred in and all that. And you? You look like you've been around for a bit. What makes you say that? That vacant expression you had when I ambushed you looked like you were at least half on auto. Oh, well, I guess I did skip my morning coffee. Ah, yes, the lifeblood of college students and actors alike. Actors? Oh, yeah, known a few up to be one eventually. Hell, even voice acting work would be fine with me if I was offered. Well, you seem to have the enthusiasm, at least. I appreciate it. I promise next time I'll give you more of a heads up when it's bring an impromptu improv session. Now, though, I got a jet. Want to check out this anime club I've heard about? See you around, Dave. I'm just gonna keep these on. I need to start wearing them more. No, what the actual fuck just happened? What just happened? Am I... Did I die? Did I fucking die? I watched as Haas checked his watch before saluting me and hurrying down one of the corridors and out of sight. It was for sure the most unique way someone had introduced themselves to me. By the time I'd come out of reminiscing about the past, the first episode had already concluded, Haas's attention glued to the screen. No, I don't think I really got an answer out of you about that thing. What thing? The thing about you ambushing me at school about me being in danger. Oh, I was on a Super Sentai kick at the time, but beyond that, it was honestly just nerves about meeting new people. Really? You were confident enough to go up to a random person and try and involve them in, well, it wasn't flash mob sort of thing, but still. Little different. It's easier to be a character, to roleplay, than be yourself sometimes. Don't get me wrong, it's great fun to be something you're not, and I've gotten quite good at it, but being yourself can be just hard sometimes. You know what? Severe depression. That's all I have to say. Just severe depression I think Haas might have. I have a feeling that Haas is, like, not good mentally. Maybe a bit of a imposter syndrome. Derealization, depersonalization. So he, like, latches on to characters. I think that's why he wants to be an actor. So that way he can actually feel like a fucking person. Did I just guess his entire route? That is a serious question. Did I just guess his entire fucking route? Where, like, other than the whole, mob shit, the mafia shit, we gotta Gotta help Haas with his, depersonalization and derealization. His whole, not... Oh, okay. Just hard sometimes. If I hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't have had the courage to introduce myself. You risked a lot, though. A lot of people, I imagine, would brush you off as a weirdo, or think you were high on something. Okay, yeah, I get that. There's an improv fundamental that I was taught real early. Say yes. As long as it's not dangerous, it's a good sport to go with what the other person suggests and build on it. Create the story together, you know? That said, maybe don't do that when you have a set script. Few directors will let you go off script without telling you to redo the scene. Haas put his arm over my shoulder and pressed play on the next episode. But hey, worked out for me just fine. For the rest of the afternoon, we seemingly marathoned episode after episode of Super Sentai Thunder Force, with Haas giving me a running commentary on how certain scenes were shot for maximum effect. Who are we sitting next to? Is it even a question? Is it even a fucking question? Is it even a fucking question? Who we're sitting next to? Haas. Come on, Haas, let's go find a place to sit. It's fine. I was pulled into the closest beanbag that had a spare spot to it, and Haas dropped down to the one next door. So this is a nice change of pace, huh? You weren't a fan of the dining room? No, the dining room is fine, but it's always good to mingle with the fans. Wait, are we all just fans? What, you saying you're not a fan? Well, I wouldn't say fan as such. We're all friends, right? Of course we are. I'm a fan of yours, Dave, and everything you do and everything you are. Well, that got intense quickly and I felt myself go red. Haas suddenly frowned, scratching his mane in deep thought. What sort of movies are you into anyway? Oh, anything I guess? I don't really go to the movies all that often. Too pricey. Ain't that the truth? I suppose I'm in the same sort of boat. Horror, action, comedy, it's all good. Favorite romantic comedy? Really? Well, why not? At least as far as from an acting perspective goes to me, it's the most delicate balance to not just become terrible. You can have a terrible horror movie because of special effects, but if something's neither funny nor a good love story, it's just bad. Okay. Romance. I'm trying to crack my back. I'm still trying to. I'm just gonna go with romance. Oh, action? Okay. I figured something that was flashy was a safe bet. Plus, generally the eye candy was bound to be pleasing to some of us. At least I thought so. Sal started leaning forward about midway through from what I could tell, getting really into it. Everyone else seemed to like it. It was hard to tell. The effects were good, though. Ah, shit. Wrong button! Fuck off Windows. Time to visit the vault, and time for Haas to die. Bye, Haas. We'll miss you. We'll miss you, Haas. Hey, Dave, come with me and Haas. Huh? If I'm helping him out, may as well throw you to the ropes, too. Wait, why me? Well, fine, don't come. See what I care. Come on, Dave. I'll know to learn something. Might be able to help me out in the future. You never know. Okay, I'll come. A good hero always has to stay in peak performance, and every good hero also needs a sidekick that can keep pace. Ugh, just come on already. After we broke off to change into clothes more befitting workout, we met in the gym. We will miss your silly oh-whoa looking ass. Alright, so anything in particular you want, or... No, do you think I should start doing weights right off the bat? Sure. Alrighty. Alright, Dave, you can spot him.
Wait, me?
Yeah, it's easy. Here, I'll show you. I followed Tyson over to the bench where Haas was already on his back, stretching his wrists. Alright, Haas, you take the bar, and Dave, just guide it. I don't have to pull or anything! Nope, just need to keep it level, and be ready to help him lift it all the way back up if he's struggling. Oh, so I just stand at the end like this, right? Tyson only grumbled before grabbing me by the hips and pulling me back against him. This far back. Don't go dangling your sack over his face, not everyone's into that. Oh, right. Sorry, Haas! Oh, good, buddy. Without another word, Haas began lifting the bar up and down, and I felt like I was really only there for show with how he seemed to be managing. As Haas benched the weight, he occasionally looked up at me and flashed me a smile, more often than not accompanied by a wink. Hiya. I felt my cheeks burn, trying to keep myself focused on making sure the bar I was supporting didn't crush Haas. I'm sorry, Amethyst. Not Amethyst, Axel. Hiya, and I'm sorry, but Haas is going to die. With one last push, Haas put the bar back up and sat up. Whoa, not a record, but that wasn't so bad. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Hang on. Hold up a fucking minute. Yeah, that's Dragon. Yeah, that's Dragon. Well, not a record, but that wasn't so bad. Seemed to be doing alright to me. Yeah, form wasn't so bad. Do it enough times and you'll be a natural. Might give my arms a rest for a bit, though. Get on the treadmill. Welcome to join me if you want, Dave. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Probably weights. Haas wandered over to the other side of the gym and stepped up on a treadmill and started messing with the controls. Tyson, on the other hand, lingered nearby, sizing up the weights bench. Workout with Tyson or Haas? Wow, so aggressive. So aggressive. Weights weren't really my thing, but running seemed fine. At least because I'd had a morning coffee. I also got the impression that Haas was going to be less likely to get me to push to my limit if I told him no. You're going for a run? Yep, figured it's time to do some cardio, right? Maybe? Never know when you need to run away from or after bad guys, right? You really think there's going to be a need for that? Well, it's a little fun to keep the stakes high, or at least it works for me as a motivation. As long as you find what works for you and it keeps you healthy, then it's all good in my book. If you say so. Haas started the treadmill and started off at a slow jog, occasionally shooting me sideways glances.
First Dean now Haas. For fuck's sake, how many times do we have to see these motherfuckers get screwed?
Only 3 more times. Sorry, Axel, only 3 more times. Here's the toss, then Sal, and ending with Tyson, and then once Tyson dies, we're all good. It's all just smooth sailing from there. We'll finish the game and then play something else. Haas started the treadmill and started off at a slow jog, occasionally shooting me a sideways look. I looked back over at Ty, and it seemed he was now shirtless, lifting weights by himself. Stop standing around and do something, Dave. Treadmill or bicycle? Yay! I like to ride my bicycle. I hopped onto the bicycle nearby so I could still converse with Haas while we worked out. As I began to pedal, my mind began to wander as if I were riding down the street back home. I used to ride around like this when I was much younger. Up and down the street after my bike broke, that pretty much signaled the end of that. Who are we throwing into a volcano? Bus at the end of the street took me right to work, and school was just a short walk in the opposite direction. Hello, Earth to Dave. I snapped out of my thoughts, blinking, looking across to Haas, who seemed to be jogging faster, if only slightly. Only slightly so. Having fun? Oh, yeah, guess so. Just was thinking about the last time I had a bike. Don't own one currently? Nah, haven't in a while. If you ever get one and I'm still living nearby, I'd be down to go for a ride sometime. Could head out somewhere remote for lunch. It'd make the exercise more enjoyable for sure. Haas slowed down and turned the treadmill off, stepping off before stretching his arms. Time for a break, methinks. Oh yeah? I stepped off my machine and followed him over to where Tyson was, seemingly also taking a break. So far this has been an alright workout. Yeah, beats my morning routine, although that's just getting stale probably. You work out in the morning? Pilates, sort of? Ugh, sounds gay. I mean, at least it's not the one with music, right? Hey, I can dig working out to music. I don't think I can picture Tyson doing Zumba, Dave. Hey, I reckon I'd be able to keep up. It's just working out with music, right? It's something like that. You have no idea, do you? But I'd rock at it. It's just physical movement, right? Well, I look between Haas, who knew better, and Tyson, who was clueless. I can't say I've ever seen you move in the same way. Fuck, I bet I'm a natural at it. Hear that, Dave? Might have to get Tyson to give you a private lesson. Haas shot me a wink while Tyson just stared daggers at him, jaw clenched. Anyway, it's almost about time for lunch, right? Not really. I mean, I guess if you're hungry, you can go get a snack. Oh, hiya. Pack. Hiya, Pack. You good? Not up for working up a sweat, Dave? Oh, okay. No, not that. I just don't really know how long you actually go at it for. Worked as a gym receptionist, but don't really keep tabs on how long people actually spend doing the thing, you know? What, you think they're spending time also hooking up in the shower, too? I'd call you out for bullshitting, but I've been hit on in the gym showers, too, although not after a hard workout. Guess people are just like that. Hey, don't knock until you've tried it. Post-workout sex is pretty great. What? Wait. But what about getting caught? Fuck it, who cares? Why does that not surprise me that you'd be so blasé about that? Hey, if I'm taking the risk of bending you over in public, you better be honored you're worth the risk. What? We split off to do our own thing within the gym and went until it was time for lunch proper. Following lunch, I was unsure of what I should be doing. Not that I was sore from my workout earlier. I felt I just wanted to take it easy for the afternoon. Dave, what are you doing out here by yourself? Oh, hey, Haas, just figuring out what I wanted to use the rest of my afternoon for. No plans, huh? Well, how about lounging around the pool with me? Could use the company. Really? You and the pool? I didn't think that'd mix. Yeah, the pool itself is fine, but I was just thinking about lounging around in the deck chairs. Looking to paddle around, though. Thought of at least being in the pool seemed alright. Beats standing around all day. Alright, I'll meet you out there. May as well go grab my swimming stuff. Works for me. I wanted to get your take on something too, so whatever's comfortable. Oh, alright. One trip up to my room later, I'd abandoned my clothes in favor of swimming trunks and made my way over to the pool. It was a sunny enough day, and Haas seemed to already be there, lounging about in a chair with his clothes neatly folded off to the side. Oh, hey, Haas, where are you, what are you wearing? What is it, shall we? My eyes darted down. After all, a Speedo of that color was hard to miss already. Didn't help that it seemed either a tad too snug or that Haas was just filling out it quite well. Hey, buddy, eyes up here. Oh, I'm flattered. Oh, sorry, it's just, Oh no, he's hot! I gestured between what we were both wearing at a loss. I wasn't sure if I was feeling overdressed by comparison or if Haas was underdressed. Well, when I have a spare, not a me, but perhaps for next time, I'll think on it. Besides, you had a thing you wanted to run by me, yeah? Right, just a sec. Oh no, he's hot! He wandered over to his clothes before gesturing me to sit down on the deck chair as he looked over his notes. So after what we watched yesterday, I took some notes. Wait, some notes on the show? What? You love that show, right? What sort of notes could you be taking anyway? Hey, you never know, might be useful for it if I ever get to play a role in a show like that. Okay. Hit me with those notes. Alright, I think I have an idea for a spin-off. Oh, you wrote fanfiction? I tried my best to smile, but may have shown too many teeth to come off as convincing. This one's good, though, I promise. The next hour, Haas went over his notes, describing in lengthy detail about how it fit into the canon of the show already, and how it wouldn't mess with the original content, but instead build on it. To be honest, that's about as most of it as I got. The rest was a blur of names and phrases from the show, but he looked so excited rattling it off, I felt bad almost drifting off a few times. Dave, wake up! Oh, what happened? Apparently someone didn't get enough sleep last night. You passed out there, buddy. Oh, sorry, how far in were you? Haas folded his paper up and put it back with his clothes before reclining next to me. Depends. What was the last thing you remember? I don't know. That's what I thought. Sorry, it's just, why worry about that sort of thing anyway? Isn't the show good enough as it is? Well, I'd have probably directed it different, but I suppose so. Kinda harsh thing to say about your favorite show, though, right? I watched as Haas contemplated something before replying, turning to me with a toothy smile. Maybe because it's my favorite that I'm allowed to mess with it. Takes a true fan to understand the intricacies of the story, right? I guess if you want to act the part, you would need to know the story pretty well too, huh? I don't think that's wrong, but... Haas trailed off, staring at the sky. His expression shifting from joy to neutrality and then settling on a thoughtful frown. Haas? I did have one question, though. Something I didn't quite get from your notes. Immediately, Haas's eyes lit up in curiosity, but he stayed quiet, opting to quirk an eyebrow, prompting me to continue. I don't know the show as well as you do, but said it wouldn't mess with the canon because of something, right? Yeah, but isn't the stuff that's canon what's on the show? There's more to it than that. Haas got it from his chair and placed it in front of me for a while before turning to me again. Let's see, what's a good way to explain it? You know, halfway through the season, they went back in time to stop something happening? That's what happened? I thought they were all just dreaming about something. No, they went back in time to revive the God of Thunder so they could install it into their mech. What? What? That is... Wow. I'm gonna have to fucking watch some anime. I'm gonna have to fucking watch anime just so I can understand half of what Haas is talking about. Because I am genuinely terrified. I gave Haas a blank stare, half impressed at how much of a straight face he said that with. Okay, sure, they went back in time. Right. So they lost their big fight and the survivors were trying to figure out what to do. Black Gygus was able to go back in time on his own and let the others know what was about to happen, and they were able to prepare. And then the show continued on with 2 versions of Black Gygus until one became White Gigant, and then it was all good, right? What? Did I fucking die? Hoss, baby. Hoss, baby. Hoss, baby. Baby, listen. Listen, Mr. Meow Meow. You're lucky you're both cute and hot. You're lucky you're cute. Because, like, I don't understand any of the shit you're saying. Dave doesn't understand any of the shit you're saying. Pretty sure a lot of the people here doesn't understand half the shit you're saying. So, like, what? I'm gonna need a fucking SSD upgrade because my fucking brain is running on max capacity and it's filled with the entirety of the Great British Baking Show. So I don't even know. I don't even know anymore. Half the time, I don't... To be honest, the Kingdom Hearts plot is more confusing than this. It really isn't. The Kingdom Hearts plot is not confusing. There's just several elements going on at the same time. Like, you got Sora, and it is a bit of a spoiler. You got Sora. Kairi becomes Sora. Ventus is already Sora. Oh yeah, Ventus is a person that exists, and Ventus looks like fucking Roxas, but that's a whole other thing. And Sora goes and looks for Riku. He meets up with Donald and Goofy. And then he beats the shit out of Riku. And then he goes and he locks up all the worlds. And then he beats the shit out of Ansem. And that's the first game. I do not want to get into the rest of it. Okay. I do not want to get into the rest of it, but I fucking love Kingdom Hearts. Once again, I gave him the blank stare. Only barely following. Okay, so if all that happened, how can you add to or change to that? Because canon! At the very least, what we consider canon. I still don't get it. I think you're maybe too deep in this for me to keep up. I thought that might be the case. Let me try again. First up, what's canon? What's canon? Stuff in the show? What? What's canon? I guess that includes things from the comics? There were comics, right? Yes, there were comics, but they're more like the side adventures or extension things that couldn't get the airtime for the show. Oh. So that's different? No, they're canon too, unless stated otherwise. Okay, so I don't think I know for sure what's canon. That's alright, let me help you out here. Anything canon's probably best thought of anything that's officially part of the story. That just sounds like you're covering all bases. There's an important distinction here, so long as it's part of the story, it counts. Oh, so your fanfiction is a side story? It's not a side story. It's an important conclusion. Conclusion to what, though? The black guy just went back in time, right? Immediately, Haas's attitude shifted. He'd gone from a rabid fanboy to serious in a split second. It was a little jarring and something I'd only seen once before. Right? Think. What happened to everyone he left behind? That matters? Of course that matters! And almost immediately, the intensity he had faded back to his normal self. Loose threads like that drive me nuts. Just because one of them went back in time doesn't make the other stop existing. Life doesn't just end because someone's no longer around. Haas? Are you alright? This seems very, what I mean is, don't mind me. That is like every story to have an ending, happy or sad, and even if it's not the main plot. Leaving things unresolved seems like a waste. I don't think this has come up before, but I don't get to be an actor. I don't think I'd mind getting a shot at directing. Whoa, really? Would you believe that I used to be more interested in behind the scenes work? He's about to explain. No, he's about to explain the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. He's about to go. He's going all Matt Patty. He's going Matt Patty. Would you believe? Yeah. It's a lot more fun to be the one behind the curtain, looking at a view, pulling all the strings. I imagine directing would be the same as that. Isn't that the polar opposite of being in the spotlight, though? True, but it's not a bad idea to have a backup plan. Besides, I've had more experience doing that than actual gigs, so that's another factor, too. Oh. Nah, it'd be a film theory. I watched as Haas looked up to the sky and I followed his gaze upwards. Looks like it's going to rain, at the very least a storm is brewing. But I didn't sit and catch a couple more episodes. I actually had another question before we do at least. Oh, what is it? If you're interested in behind the scenes work, what made you go for an acting role? Oh, is that all? You can't see the appeal of being a hero, Dave? You can't see the appeal of being a hero, Dave, to be adored by that special someone? Well, it's a main job anyway. Oh. I know. He also says game theory. But I mean, like, wouldn't it be like a film theory? Now, here's a question for you, Dave. What sort of guys do you like? Huh? What? Sort of. Guys? There's no way that Orlando would have been the only one in our close-knit group to turn out gay. And by process of elimination, it falls to you. Or at least you're the ringer for a double up. I was thrown for a loop, unsure of whether to refuse his claim or just answer the question. It was presumptuous as all hell, but he wasn't wrong, I guess. Bigger guys, smaller guys, or guys like me? I mean, I like big boys and twinks. Twinks scare me. So cute as hell. Like, they're adorable. You can just pick them up and wear them like a backpack. Backpack boy. And big boys, you get big hug. Warm. Comforting. Portable boyfriend. Yeah. Little man. You can pick up. Wear a little man like backpack. Take him on an adventure. Take him on adventure. To a magical world. Magical land. Big boyfriend. Big hug. Warm. He can pick you up like a backpack, wear you like a backpack, take you on a magical adventure. Into the wonderful world. Big boys. You know, like, Salardine, I guess? Oh, wait. Guys like me. I'm gonna be, at least in height. I don't really know much beyond that, or smaller guys. Guys like Ross were cute, I guess. I like the idea of being taller. Okay, so they're all wholesome as fuck. I think we're built like Haas. Built like him. Built different. I think I'd like someone to match me, at least in height. I don't really know much beyond that. Who's saying I want a boyfriend anyway? I wasn't offering. If that's what you took from that, then why ask? Curiosity mostly, to see if our interests line up at all. I was also interested about one other thing, namely Dyson. I frowned at Haas, not really sure where he was going with his line of questioning. I guess he took my silence as permission to continue. Does he play the hero or the villain in your story? I'd want to say that he's the villain from what I've heard from the others, but what a twist it would be if it were the other way around. So which is it, Dave? Is Dyson your big bad or the hero? Is Hyson a big bad or the hero? Hang on, if I go shift O. Nope, I do not have access to the console. So I cannot make an all option, neither since he is both. Tyson's just Tyson. I think that's the same for any of us. We have our good and bad, but I don't think any of us fit into either a hero or villain. What? Even you, Haas. That's something I don't think I've ever really understood. Why be a hero when you could just be good? Here has a good point. To be honest, I don't really know what I was expecting as far as an answer. The answer was very you, Dave. I wasn't sure how I was meant to be feeling after the sudden question about Ty, but it did catch Haas's gaze start to waver. Why the look? Why the question about Tyson? Well, for being honest, something wasn't feeling right this morning. What sort of thing? I can't place it. The way you look at Tyson isn't the same way you look at the rest of the group. He has this intense predatory stare and you have this awestruck look whenever he's around. For everyone else, you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Well, almost everyone else. Not me, though. Why? I tilted my head at him, having trouble processing the question. I don't look at you the same way? No, and it's been bothering me for a while now. I just assumed it was because I was the most recent addition to the group, but still. Oh, I don't think that's it, really. The longer I thought about it between my responses, the more it seemed to make sense than what he was getting at. There was something how he behaved that seemed off, but not necessarily in a bad way. I just put it down to him being eccentric and hard to keep up with. Even with that factored in, he joined the anime club and made fast friends with Roswell and Orlando no problem. So was a problem on my end? Truth or lie? Are we going to lie to Mr. Meow Meow or tell him the truth? I think... I frowned, not sure how best to phrase it without potentially hurting his feelings, but there really wasn't any real way around it. I think it's because sometimes you feel too... fake? Fake? Of all the things I expected you to say, it wasn't fake. How should I put it? I feel like you're trying too hard to be something you're not. It's fun, but I don't think I've gotten to know the real you at all in a whole year. Just some person you're pretending to be. Oh, really now? Like, think back to when we first met, and you were that upbeat, scarily enthusiastic guy. Next time you were a lot more mellow and sagely, barely saying anything. And the time after that is when you started going hardcore into pruning for the spotlight. You used to have been on about that for the longest. So yeah, I think that might be why. Whenever I think of the others, all of them have been consistent, and I've learned more about them over time, but with you? The only time you're really lit up is when you're watching that show. I see. Well, I guess there's nothing to it, right? Huh? It's clear that you don't know me well enough, and what that's bothering me enough that I should look into a way to fix it. What did you have in mind? Honestly, I don't know just yet, but I have a few things I want to look into first. I gave him a look. I was suspicious, and I wanted him to know it. If he was just going to put on a different sort of persona, then what was even the point? I think all things considered it'd be best if we thought of this as going out on a date. The look I was giving him intensified, shifting towards the confusion end of the spectrum. Did I take that as a no? Haas flashed me a debonair smile, fixing his mane. As if that's a no, then I suppose I'll just have to try a bit harder. I think I see what Dean sees now. In the next moment, Haas had spun on his feet and jumped into the pool, making me sit up in surprise. So much for the chlorine bothering him, but was this an act or something genuine? Come on, Dave, might as well get us swimming before it starts raining. I hesitated, getting up and standing by the edge of the pool as Haas half floated around watching me curiously. I'm not getting the butt, come on. Okay. Following Haas's example, I jumped in and started to paddle around. So, what were you going to look into anyway? I was going to ask Dyson a few things. He seems the last concerned with how people regard him anyway. Feel as that's a good place. That's as good a start as any. You're worried about that sort of thing? Who isn't self-conscious about themselves to some extent? Figure that if that's my problem, may as well ask the most hard-headed one here what it's like. Just don't annoy him, he's, quick to anger. Oh, anything I should know of in particular? Not that I plan on being a hero and duking it out with him after all. Fairly certain he has me beat there. Knowing Ty, even the little things could set him off, so just be mindful. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. I gotta ask though, this isn't some long elaborate plan to build just another character to hide behind, right? Don't think so. Why? Are you after my tragic backstory? At this stage, I'm not sure if I'd believe you if you told me. Well, how about we try anyway? Haas seemed to float around for a bit, staring at the sky. His smile fading to become something more somber. It's not really that tragic, really. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, so I empathize with Dyson a bit there. Poor guy's been through some rough times. Don't need to know specifics to get that much. Me, I was just, I don't know, I liked my space, or maybe I was just comfortable with long stretches of silence. Didn't earn me a lot of friends, given I barely spoke to anyone, but I had books to keep me going. I knew you liked to read, but you're that much of a bookworm? Well, I wouldn't say a bookworm, but I've read a fair bit. Mostly fiction, though. Is that why you're so into anime? Probably. Who doesn't like a good story that has a triumph over evil, or even the ones where the bad guy wins? They're all good. Anyway, picked up backstage work during a school play and loved it. Ever since, setting up things like microphones, lights, and cameras. We're getting off track, though. Haas got out of the pool, tapping his chin while he thought about something. Scored an opportunity to be a cast member in this reality show that I'd signed on to do help to the back end stuff for. Figured that was more something to boast about, but well, when it went under, that was it, both the acting role and the job of stagehand. Then when you and I ran into each other, I was still riding high on the idea that I was going to make it and started just kept that up thinking it'd happen again. How's that? Believable enough? Believe or doubt?
He seems trustworthy now.
You know what? Fuck it, we're gonna believe him. He seemed reasonable enough to say the least. It was a lot more mellow than what he'd come up with in the past. Normally, he'd just avoid the question. Yeah, that seems reasonable enough. I was genuine when I said I wanted to fix your impression of me. From far away, thunder rumbled, causing us both to look over to the horizon. Time to head inside? Looks like it. You have some time before it hits, but probably better we get the chlorine out of our fur. Oh, so that part was true, too. Yeah, I might have dammed it up before, but I do genuinely want to take care of my body. We're gonna leave off here tonight. No, I don't want to override that save. No. Okay. Durg, Bacon, Bear, Freddy Fazbear, Mr. Meow Meow. Yes! I love Haas's thing. It's so mysterious and... mysterious. I love it. What do you mean? Anyways, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. Attack mode, meow meow! Yay!